At the end of Parshat Noach, in Parak Yud Aleph, chapter 11, there is a story about the Tower of Bavel. And we read that story, and it describes how a bunch of people came together, built the tower. The Torah itself says nothing about what they did wrong. In fact, the commentaries point out, it explains that God came down to see what they were doing. That means if they did something wrong, it was very subtle. What did they do wrong? Why were they spread out one from the other? Where was there any sin in building a tower together? Rav Samson Raphael Hirsch explains very beautifully and very powerfully that if you read very carefully, there's one phrase which captures what they did wrong. They moved to a valley which had no natural resources. They had nothing, no ability to build on their own, and they said, we as human beings will develop technology, we'll make our own bricks, we'll figure out a way to make this work, and we will make for ourselves a name. In the exact words that they use, and these words are the most critical words that we have here, they said, Nase lanu shem. We will make for ourselves a name. Ourselves, Rav Hirsch says, versus God. We're going to come together as a community, and we're going to show the greatness of man. We don't have to be beholden to any higher forces anymore. We can take care of ourselves. We can make this work as human beings. And that, says Rav Hirsch, was their sin. Because communities have such great power together. There's so much we can accomplish together. But if it's just to celebrate the greatness of man, we're doomed. And we'll actually end up hurting one another. The Midrash says on this story that as they were building the tower, if a person fell and was killed, no one cared. But if a brick fell and was destroyed, they all mourned and they said, oh no, we have to make another brick. They began worshiping the project themselves instead of the higher goal, which is spirituality and God, and actually caring about fellow human beings and their spirituality and their futures. That is what we learn from the story of the Tower of Bavel, that we as a community should enjoy, should advance in technology, but it should always be with the higher spirit in mind, with the higher goal in mind, not to worship ourselves, but to bring more spirituality, more good, more kindness into the world. Wishing everyone Shabbat Shalom.